Alright guys, welcome back. So we have talked about AMD for basically for quite some time, many times, maybe once a week. So today, Thursday, I'm talking about this one just because of Micron's earnings report. So this stock is down today 16%. Overall market, you can see pretty mixed. Market overall, S&P closed pretty flat, and chip makers probably Nvidia stayed a little positive for the day, but every other chip maker sold off as well. AMD is down 2%. And I'm not too big of a fundamental guy, but the reason why Micron is down, it's exactly the reason why the AMD was slowly coming down after its last earnings report. So soft report going forward, soft guidance in the in that segment where this is AMD's breakdown of the revenue, right? And again, this could be a little old, but data centers 28% or so, gaming 27%, embedded 23%, and client 20%. So these are the segments where there is a weakness. Okay, it may not be growing as much as market wanted to or wants to. So that's why Micron got punished to the downside. And also, you can just do it yourself again. If you're somebody who does fundamental analysis, I'm not the guy. I look at things very surface level, and usually, like, the chart of the stock tells the story. Sometimes, yes, stocks get overvalued, and it will just ride the momentum to the upside. And at that point, I will just trade the momentum. Same thing to the downside. If stock is downtrending, I don't even have to sometimes look at the fundamentals, because it doesn't mean that every tick, every single day, stock has to trade at a certain fair value. No. Or it doesn't mean that it has to trade a little bit at a premium. It's all over the place. But at some point, yes, it will find its basically mean wherever people are willing to pay, and maybe even overpay the premium. But at some point, people are just not willing to own it for whatever the valuation it is. Okay, so the problem, we have, I think Taiwan situation is it's not happening probably anytime soon, but we don't know. 8% revenue from there, Europe 9% geographically, Singapore 10%, China 15%, Japan 20%, USA 34%. So the only thing going for them is right now data centers, right? Where it's growing at an impressive pace than everything else. So that's regarding their surface level fundamental earnings reports, right? This year, they're going to report, Q4 hasn't been reported, but they guided 7.4, I think, billion or so. But they're going to be 10% growth this year. So right now, there are so many tools available for you to collect all these data and say, hey, even you can go to ChatGPT. Just input all this data, market cap of the stock, 190 something billion. Okay, it's growing annually. What is the probability of the stock growing double digits for the next, let's say, 5 years? Do that model yourself, and it will give you the rough estimate. At least you will have an idea. Okay. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that are going into the price action of the equities right now. Overall market is sitting at all-time highs, but this stock year to date, right here, right now, what is it? Is it 20% down in its own bear market? So 19% down. So broke that 122. I was watching 121-ish. So basically August lows. So do that yourself if you're somebody because every time I talk about the technicals, people come and throw fundamentals. And every time you talk a little bit about fundamentals, people come in and throw technical levels. So do what works for you. I mean, I'm a momentum trader. I don't care about, I don't have crystal balls regarding what's going to happen 10, 15 years from now, or even like 5 days from now. Okay. If I see stock downtrending, I it takes very little bit of a confidence for me to go into the trade. I don't have to be 100%, not even 70% confident to take a trade. I'll take a trade. If it goes against me, no problem. I'll cut out, or I'll eat my loss and move on to something else. That's how I operate. And I don't marry a stock, just like I said. And I don't basically keep fighting the price action. So right here, right now, is it oversold? If you look at it a little bit, zoom out from maybe, if you look at it from October highs right here from 170, yeah, probably it is. But ultra short term, can it flush more? Can overall market come down? Can AMD go to 110 and maybe $100 levels in the next month or so? I think so. The probability, according to the market, it's not a lot. 10%, 15%, 12%. And again, that's according to option market. By January 17th, so today, 19th of December, option market is implying that the stock could move up or down 1480 or so. So pretty much give or take 102, 103, 104-ish level. And probability of that happening is around 15%. Okay. Is it a lot? Is it not? But I'm basically watching next target for this name around those levels. But at the same time, last time when I talked about this name, I was talking about something that I have observed when trading large cap names. Between option expirations, OPEX to OPEX, and I'm talking about monthly OPEXs. This is the option expiration right here for September. This is for October. This is for November. And this is for December. This is very large option expiration. And there are times market, if stock was a little bit volatile, market tends to do maximum damage and it will close wherever it opened, very pretty close, and it will do this. In between the option expiration, it can move, but it has opened, okay, I erased it. It has opened somewhere here, closed somewhere here. Anybody who bought calls and puts expiring that day, most of it expired worthless unless people closed it out here. And then as soon as that option expiration happens, this stock can either move to the upside freely or to the downside. And same thing I was talking about here as well. Okay, since this stock is going lower than last option expiration, which it closed around 135, I'm anticipating maybe a little bit of a downside or chop this December 20th, and then some sort of a Christmas relief bounce before it resumes maybe its downtrend, because technically speaking the stock is in a downtrend. So I'm still watching that. If it keeps flashing, and if next week is going to be pretty much Monday, we will have full session, Tuesday half a day, Wednesday is basically Christmas Day, and then Thursday, Friday, 2 full days where a lot of people will be again out. Nobody will be, most people, volume will drop significantly and volume will be very low. And at that time, maybe these names will grind a little bit higher or chop. But come next year, I'm certainly ready and expecting volatility to spike. We know VIX is pretty high already. It did jump yesterday, and today as well it's trading at 24. But at that time, I would be watching in January, February, the stock possibly go to $80, or maybe even $100, and then maybe even $80, $85, purely on momentum. Again, I'm not gonna get into argument with anybody regarding its fundamentally how much it's worth. You do talk to your financial advisor and just plan whatever you got to do. If you are somebody who wants to accumulate, yeah, just start nibbling maybe. But I wouldn't be the one who would go in at one certain price all in. And for me, it is still in a downtrend. Unless it gets back above 50-day moving average, I'm not going to be watching it to the upside. So VIX is high, yes, but it can be a little bit volatile year in general, or after or before even like president inauguration, and then also after him taking the office. There's going to be lots of headlines in February. As soon as new administration will get in 20th of January, oh, he's going to throw so many statements. And especially, I mean, the biggest fight right now, I guess, it's, future of AI, right? Whoever is going to control that. And chip makers will be volatile. So that's my take. And regarding the technical price action, we can talk about it every week. But so far, that's what I'm watching for the stock. I don't see any panic so far. Usually, I would want to see something like this, where you remember where it was moving on in August, where it was pretty much moving with very big range up and down. I want to see something like this before it puts some sort of a bottom. But again, I'm not someone who tries to bottom tick and plays contrarian when stock is fallen. No, I don't do that. So that's the video for AMD. I did not want to make this video too long, but this is it. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. See you in the next one.